Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. Y'all, we are back with Love and Marriage Huntsville. When I tell y'all this is my show, this is my show. From season 1, they have not let me down, not one season. Child, this show is good to me. And baby, this season is going to be awesome. Do y'all hear me? It's going to be messy boots. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you are back for the first time for the Love and Marriage Huntsville train, then child, welcome aboard. Okay? Please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, Tisha and Marcel, they go for a date, right? Tisha, you look good, okay? You're looking good. So they sit down, right? They start talking about Marcel going on a trip to Africa by himself for his mental health. I thought you said wasn't nothing wrong with you. So why you got to go to Africa by yourself? He was like, I'm very happy that you understood that, I just wasn't feeling like myself. She was like, well, I wasn't feeling it at all at first. Like it was a huge red flag for me because I've never been. So why couldn't we go together for the first time? Why wouldn't y'all go together for the first time? Child, I wish my husband would go to the motherland and have me at home with these kids. Why can't you go to Miami or Vegas like everybody else? Child, go to the craps table, honey. Why don't you call the doctor down in Huntsville and talk to him? You ain't got to go to Africa. Child, it ain't sounding right to me. Tisha is starting to let the rumors get to her, though. I can tell just by what she's saying to him. So he said, I just wanted to break away, plus my phone didn't work over there. Child, not the mistress getting trips to Africa, allegedly. And then you're going to go somewhere where you have no cell service, honey, because they say that he can't take them places in the States because they can be spotted. And don't think I forgot. So Tisha's like, okay, so we all have things going on. I just thought that it would be nice to take a trip together. Marcel is selfish, child. He just selfish. I do not believe that trip had anything to do with him getting himself together. And he couldn't call you because his phone didn't work. They do have phones there, right? Honey, you better get on a landline or whatever it is you need to do because you need to communicate with me. So he tells us in his confessional, he was like, I felt depressed. Okay, not depressed. I just felt depleted. And, I just needed to unplug. So does she. We've all been dealing with the C-19. We've all been dealing with just life in general. She's always with your children, always by herself. Don't you think she needs to unplug? And then on top of that, didn't she tell us last season that she has to travel alone because you can't, because you have to work, but you have the audacity to travel all the way to Africa by yourself? But she got to travel with the kids by herself. Ooh, baby, anything to be married, child. Ooh, wait, I'm good, beloved. I'm good. Child, I don't want nothing that even closely resembles this. This is foolishness. So Marcel tells Tisha that he wants a personal assistant / chief of staff. She's like, well, does the sex matter? He's like, well, it won't be a man, I'll tell you that. Well, then the sex matters, okay? And so Tisha, girl, this is just too much. This is too much. You should not have to worry about every little thing in your marriage. So she was like, well, you can have one, but I have to approve it first. Girl, now you know that ain't gonna happen. He said, well, I'm saying I need a chief of staff, and you're acting like I'm on a dating app. She said, I just think the person needs to be older and not someone younger. Exactly, honey. Let's get Mrs. Doubtfire on the line. Child, because we are not about to do what you want to do. And we all know how you get down. So Mrs. Doubtfire it is. Moving forward. She's like, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. He said, oh, okay, so you must be reading the comments. Why? Because she piping up, speaking her speech. Now she's reading the comments. Yeah. She's not going to ask for your permission any longer. She's going to do what she wants to do, which is okay. And all y'all read the comments, just so we're clear. So she's like, you know what? Actually, you messy for posting that picture of that Atlanta trip with Reese in it after he said he wasn't there. Well, he did lie, child. Marcel said, well, he wants to be a lawyer answering on technicalities. He was there. Child, to be your own brother. So Tisha is like, well, we're not going to make old girl relevant. But did you see what she posted? Tisha. Okay. Relevancy would mean that you're talking about her and making things known, honey. This is exactly what you're doing. You're making her relevant. Please don't use her likeness, Tisha. Child, please don't use her likeness. I do not want to hear her pouting all over Instagram all week long. But honey, if y'all do see it, please put it in my DMs, okay? But anywho, I do not want to hear her pouting all over Instagram all week until next episode because you have used her likeness, child. So Tisha is going on and on, child, about what two-parent household said. And Marcel was like, Tisha, stop. Like, you're doing what you said you weren't going to do. She said, okay. So then he starts giving his Marcelisms. Y'all know how he like to do. He's like, nobody calls you a dog and expects you not to bark. The worst thing you can do is bark. Sir, pipe down. Why don't you try this one? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay? Birds of a feather flock together. Okay? All dogs go to heaven. Try something like that. Because what you're talking about right now ain't making no sense to me. Marcel was like, if you don't want to make someone relevant, don't talk about them. Okay, now that part I have to agree. Moving forward. In the next scene, Hotel Holt shows up. Hey, Hotel. He shows up to Big Lou's gym / batting cage / whatever it is, child. And he tells us that he's been going through a lot. So they start talking about, you guessed it, Mel. Because we know we can't have a scene with Hotel without talking about Mel. So he said, Mel won't answer the phone every day. He tries to call and she won't let him talk to his kids. Okay, I have to say this. I stopped being so accessible to that ex because it was not about our son. It was about being messy. It was about being toxic. Like, I had to protect my peace. Now, I'm not saying that's what Mel is doing, but it might be because, it is Martell. It's not right to keep the children from speaking to their dad. But knowing Martell, he probably be on that bull. Honey, y'all know how he like to do, child, following her to restaurants and peeking around bushes. And no, if you wanted to talk every day, you should have been right and you should have been in the house. Like, I don't want to hear, child. Don't call me every day. And you can call them. They're old enough to answer the phone. So I think you might be lying. Child, let's continue. So Lewis was like, it's really hard to move on when, as co-parents, you're still going through a divorce. And Lewis asked him how he dealt with Mel saying that she was with another man. He's like, well, I can't say I understand it because, it was 5 years ago. So she was cheating when I was cheating. Oh, Lord, here we go. So according to you, she was the pot calling the kettle black. Is that what you're saying? I don't know if I believe it was at the same damn time. This is what I believe. I believe that she was trying to get back at you for cheating on her. That's what I do believe. So Martell is like, well, I'm not going to be the bad guy. This is what he's saying in his confessional. This season, I'm not the bad guy. I'm not accepting that anymore. Mel admitted to cheating. I've been owning mine. Everybody been cheating, but I'm the only bad guy. Ain't going to happen, Captain. I'm not doing it no more. Well, this is true. Because yours just actually came to a head publicly. That's why you're the bad guy. And then you never take responsibility for your actions. And then when you do, you backdoor and call her derogatory names or get in her face. So you're going to continue to be the bad guy. Sorry, Hotel. So Lewis said, well, I appreciate you standing up for me and Tiffany because, child, they were letting them have it at their reunion. Y'all remember? So Martell goes, I'm just trying to understand why they came so hard when none of them have been transparent. Lewis started talking about, well, I guess me talking during pillow talk was breaking man code, but him posting that picture wasn't breaking man code. Lewis, touche. Okay, you got a point. Marcel just didn't want to look like the only one interacting with Miss Likeness. That's what it was. And he was not about to let Maurice leave him out there. So Martell said, yeah, he threw his brother under the bus by posting that picture. He said, I know better than anybody about leaving things in my house. And it wouldn't have been so disappointing had, we left it in the house. Like, things would not have fallen apart like they did. Martell, I wish you would stop saying that. I really wish you would stop saying it would not have been so devastating. Stop it. The devastation of a man you've been with for 14 years and bore his children would still destroy you. The only difference is nobody would know. Okay? Sometimes it's better for people to know because it gives you the strength to leave. Because when you keep it all in home and then they manipulating you, you just wanted it in-house so you could manipulate her into staying like you did for the 5 years that you were cheating on her. Boy, shut up. Oh, Martell know how to bring something out of me, honey. Yes, I said bring. Shout out to Miss Wanda. I don't want to hear it. Okay, don't cheat and you don't have to worry about your business getting out into the streets. Y'all kill me. You want to do dirt, but you want to do it in secret. Honey, what's done in the dark shall come to the light. That's biblical. Okay, if you act a fool all up and down Huntsville streets, eventually it was going to come out. Whether or not you were on TV, that's a different story. Because it would have came out amongst your friends and your family. But at the end of the day, it was going to come out. Ciao. In the next scene, we catch up with Kimmy. Hey, Kimberly. And she has a new dog named Zeus, not to be confused with the network and whatnot. And she said, with everything going on, her dog is like her therapy. Girl, you better hit up Dr. Francis, honey. He'll give you the healthy zhuzh that you need, child. So Maurice got you that stressed out? Child, I wish I would. So then Maurice comes. And she's like, yeah, this is Zeus. He's my therapy. Maurice is like, what you talking about? He your therapy. She said there are 2 things that give you unconditional love: children and pets. He said, and your husband. She said, nah, children and pets. Nah, Playboy, honey. She said it right. She said, I just feel overwhelmed about all the stuff that's going on. This is what she's saying in the confessional. And she said, I just needed unconditional love to deal with all of the mess. Okay. See, Maurice and Kimmy gonna have some problems this season. I can already see it, if they don't already. So then she brings up the picture that Marcel posted, right? He's like, I would like for you to have a seat. Like, let's just have a seat. Oh, it's hot out here. Isn't it hot to you? Maurice, quit playing. Ain't nobody playing with you. Nobody's playing with you in that turtleneck. It's not hot out here. She's asking you a question. She was like, I don't understand the post. Like, why did he do that? He said, Marcel was trying to be funny. There was nothing funny about that. Absolutely nothing. She's like, but what was funny though? Marcel said he posted it to say that I was there. And then, social media got a hold to it and said that I lied. Well, honey, I knew you lied when you first said it. Ain't no way that they were all there, but you weren't, or you didn't have any interaction with this woman. You cannot make me believe that. He's like, I was there. I said I was there. No, you did not. Did you watch the reunion? You did not say I was there. So Kimmy sitting there bouncing around in her confessional, talking about, I was just concerned because people were saying you were cheating, but by definition, because we weren't married, but we were definitely dating. So, it wasn't cool. Oh, did she say cool? Maurice, I think you're so uncool. I think you're acting a fool. Shout out to Melody. Child, and we're back, honey. Kimmy, I'm gonna need you to speak your speech, honey, and speak to Maurice with some conviction. I'll let bouncing around, but you do look good, girl, in this confessional. But I'll let bouncing around and whatnot. That's not gonna work on no Scott man. You gotta say it to their face and say it like you mean it, okay? I don't know what it is about Maurice, but Kimmy acts like she cannot say what she needs to say. Girl, speak your speech. Also, these two always got some sort of technical way, a roundabout way of making things not appear as though they are. I don't like that. Like, okay, she was dating, so it's not technically cheating. Girl, goodbye. Moving forward. Either way, it's cheating and it's a fool. So he takes a page from Marcel's book and he's like, they were accusations and rumors. Baby, these Scott brothers know they can lie, can't they? They gonna lie, they gonna talk in circles, and they gonna talk in riddles. So Kimmy was like, people were texting and checking on me. I mean, even Mel. Well, of course Mel did. So she's like, I just want to know, is the story made up? Allow me, Kimmy. No, it's not made up. Allegedly. Okay, child, because I don't want to get in no trouble. So she said, you told me if I ever had a question to ask you directly, and you would never lie to me. So the direct question is, did you sleep with the linebacker? His whole demeanor and his body language is saying that he did. But let's see what his mouth says. He's like, are you really asking me this? She sure is. Now really answer it. She said, it's a yes or a no question. Like, I don't need the roundabout. I don't need all that what y'all try to do. Tell me straight up, yes or no. She said, I want to be direct. I don't need all the extras. He's like, I didn't do it. Never. Made up story. Didn't happen. I am not sleeping with the line. You're lying. Okay? He lying, honey. Allegedly. One thing's for certain and 2 things for sure. Martell was not the only man in the ATL laying it low and spreading it wide. And y'all can believe what you want, but I know dang on well that each and every one of them had somebody. Now, whether or not they got it popping, that's something different. But somebody was there for each and every man. Child, please. He did it, Kimmy. Okay, that's the bottom line. He's like, I want you to think about it. Like, I wouldn't have dated a linebacker. They didn't say dated. They said slept with. Also, we don't know if what she claims the woman looked like is true. That part is beside the point. Child, she thought she came from a 2-parent household. So we really can't go by what she's saying the lady looked like, okay? That's neither here nor there. It's semantics at this point. Oh, and some men will lay down with anything with a warm hole, honey. So I don't want to hear that because I have personally seen it. So that means nothing. You saying, well, I wouldn't sleep with a linebacker. Okay, moving forward. So Kimmy said, I don't care what they look like. You were in the picture and you were dating me, so it looks like you condone it. He told you at the reunion he's not going to voice any concern when he sees his friends out cheating on their wife, so he definitely condones it. Because if I don't condone what you are doing, I am not about to be in your mix knowing that you are a cheater, pumpkin eater. I'm just not about to do that. So therefore, and thus and such, I condone it. He's like, I don't condone it. I definitely don't condone it. Y'all remember that episode of Martin where Gina's friend was going through something with her husband and her husband put her out? And Martin said that he should have put her out. And Gina was like, so you condone it? And Martin goes, I don't condone it. I understand it, but I don't condone it. Child, I will never forget that episode. Oh, Lord, shout out to Martin. Child, just a side note. Anyway, when he was saying he didn't condone it, he'll condone lie, child. Yes, he does. So Kimmy said, y'all be acting like, oh, I don't care, but you really should. Because that picture brought about a lot of negativity. And it made Kimmy look stupid. Don't forget that. Okay? And she don't like to look a fool out in these streets. Now, they don't mind Tisha looking a fool. But when she starts to look a fool, then it's a problem. She was like, y'all should really care. I mean, it highlighted rumors about you, and it affects Tisha a lot as well. Like, why would Marcel want to do something that would affect his wife so negatively? Girl, he don't care nothing about Tisha's feelings at all. And it affected you, Marcel, Tisha, Maurice. Child, it didn't affect Martell because his stuff all out in the street, okay? But Marcel was a damn jerk. That's just the bottom line. So Maurice said, if you think this negatively affected Tisha, like you need to be a big sister right now. You need to reach out to your sister. This is your time to reach across the aisle and be there for her. Okay, I'm about to get attitude. Who gonna be there for Kimmy? She's affected too, and pretending like she's not. They both need a support group and a 1-hour special, Surviving the Scott Brothers, on Lifetime, 8/7 Central. Child, this old deflecting fool. These rumors about Marcel have been out since season 1. You just trying to get the heat off you, and you ain't fooling me. Now all of a sudden she needs to reach out and touch somebody's hand. Boy, goodbye. So Kimmy said, no, you're diverting the conversation. Absolutely. She said, I need you to zone in on what's going on with you and Marcel because, you don't need a name that is going to question your integrity. He's like, okay, so you want me to care about something that I don't care about to care about? If it bothers you, then I'll care about it because I care about you. But as for me, I don't care. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat? This is the way that Maurice and Marcel speak. Boy, shut up. Kimmy, he doesn't care about how you feel, and he doesn't care to address it because then he would have to answer to his actions and his lies. Maurice is full of it as well. Moving forward. In the next scene, baby, this is now Love and Hip Hop Huntsville. Child, they got D Nasty in the booth, aka Destiny. Oh, wait, child. It's going to be a battle of the ballads with her and Mel. Do y'all hear me? When Mel find out that Destiny is doing music, y'all know she going to think she copied y'all. I just knew when they were panning up the person, I just knew they were about to hit us with that, I think it's so uncool. I think you're acting a fool. Child, but we got, turn me up, volume on another level. If it's up, then it's stuck. Boy, you're dancing with the devil. Okay, girl. It's not the hit song sweeping the nation, but it's cool. Oh, child, this is a mess, honey. All right, Destiny, child. Oh, y'all heard that? Destiny's child. Anywho, child, this is a whole fool. So Destiny in the booth, and Tisha shows up to the studio where Destiny is dropping some beats. Shout out to Nene. And they start talking about Destiny, turning her pain into art. And she reveals when she was with LeBerick and they first divorced, she blew through her savings, her 401k. She was on public assistance. And let me just say this, Destiny, all jokes aside, I can definitely relate to that because I was too. And it's nothing wrong with accepting help when you need it. Just don't sit in it. You know how some people just become so comfortable with accepting handouts that they don't want to work for anything else? As long as you don't sit in it, it's nothing wrong with accepting help. And she said she went from taking care of her father to her father giving her money. So the music is like her rehab. Child, everybody on here needs some rehab. Woo, you got Kimmy with the dog. You got Tisha. I don't know what Tisha gonna be doing this season. But you got Destiny in the booth. Ooh, honey, this is a mess. She said, I went from a career, this is what she's saying in her confessional, to my business, my marriage. I was thinking I was going to have the white picket fence, and then all this happened, and you never planned for divorce, but then the divorce derailed all of that. So I leaned on public assistance for a while. Destiny, please allow us more into this space. Like, allow us to get into this space, because so many women can relate to the struggle of a marriage failing, going from 2 incomes to 1, having to accept public assistance. It's okay to let us in, girl. You on reality TV. Girl, let us in. You hear me knocking, let me in. So then Destiny tells Tisha, because child, they sitting down, right? She's like, I still haven't spoken to Mel, because Tisha was asking how her friends feel about her music. She's like, well, I haven't spoken to Mel. And Tisha was like, well, you and Mel, y'all both do music. Child, Mel don't know nothing about this music, okay? She said, I haven't shared that I'm doing music because Mel hasn't been around. And I respect people's boundaries. Like, I'm not about to chase nobody. Child, y'all know Mel acting Hollywood. So Destiny tells us that they were in LA, right? And Tisha was in her room, and Mel heard them talking about what happened at the reunion and what was said that Destiny had missed and all the things that everybody else was saying. And everybody was privy to this information, right? She said they were already talking about it, and Mel already knew the things that they were saying, so she didn't understand why she was getting mad. And it seemed kind of childish. So Destiny said, we had brunch after that, and I told her, what we were saying, and she said she heard all of it. So Destiny said, I asked her, why do you think I would be talking about you? She said, Mel said, no, it's not that I thought you were talking about me. It was the fact that you were talking to my enemy. And say, what now? I thought they made up last season. Child, she was all in Mel's house, and Tisha didn't do one thing to Mel last season, not one. I know seasons past that Mel and Tisha have been into it, but enemy is a strong word. Child, I guess she ain't just gonna never like Tisha. It's just some people you just ain't gonna never see it for, and I think for Mel, Tisha is that one. So Tisha said, how am I her enemy? She said, I didn't know that you were her enemy. That's what I was confused at. Tisha said, I didn't know either. Child, neither did I. She said, apparently you are now. Destiny said, I guess the banter in LA did it. When y'all were going back and forth. I don't know. You need to talk to her. She had just said to me that she was not going to interfere with us being friends, so I don't understand that. Tisha said, well, okay, for me. Tisha said, okay, so for me, I don't consider Mel an enemy, and I'm saddened by that. Destiny said, I can't keep up, because, you were just at her house. That's exactly what I said. You was just at the house eating tacos, and now you the enemy. Because let me tell you something. If it's about all of them knowing about Hotel Holt, then she shouldn't speak to Kimmy either. Child, this is a whole High School Musical mess. Okay, y'all singing and mad. It's a High School Musical. So if she's mad at Tisha, then she also needs to be mad at Kimmy, you, everybody, because everybody knew. So Tisha said, well, in my book, I thought we were cool. Like, we weren't friends, but we were cool. Destiny said, cool enough to eat tacos at her house. Honey, my point exactly. Tisha said, well, listen, I don't want to come in between y'all. Okay, because she don't like no problems with Mel. Destiny said, I've known Mel for 5 years. This is what she said in her confessional. And I've seen a lot of her friendships end like this, and I never thought that it would be me, but it seems like a constant pattern. That's because Mel doesn't know how to be a friend. That's why. Let's not forget last season. Let's not forget that. Destiny said, well, real women have conversations. This is what I think, y'all. It's just that Tisha is an easy target, and Mel halfway don't want to really mess with Destiny, but she mad that you're befriending Tisha. If y'all gonna move past it, then y'all need to really move past it. In the next scene, Beyonce Mel. Hey, Mel. She shows up on the scene to make charcuterie boards with Kimmy. After the Instagram post, she said she just wanted to check in with Kimmy and make sure they were okay. So they sit down and start making these boards and whatnot. So they start talking about Kimmy's dog. And Mel is like, oh, really? Oh, good for you. You got a dog. That is good. Honey, it was giving me phony. Okay, it's giving me, you're the only one that I can film with vibes. It's just giving fake. Honey, that's what it's giving me. She's like, I texted you because all of the rumors. And Kimmy's like, yeah, I couldn't believe Marcel. Like, what was he thinking? I hope we giving some of this smoke to Maurice as well, because it wasn't just Marcel. Okay, he brought it to the forefront, but your husband lied. Side note, who is holding the camera during this scene? Do they have the jitters? Child, it was just a shaking, got Mel moving like a bobblehead. I said, why is this camera shaking so? Child, this is a mess. So Mel was like, well, in LA, child, Maurice said he wasn't there. So then this picture was like Atlanta 2015, and I was like, whoa, like, what was that? So Kimmy said, I don't know, because, they went when we weren't married. We all knew that they were there. The people that were there were married, Martell and Marcel. Mel said, but y'all was staying together. I know that's right, child. Mel was like, honey, not so fast, Kimberly. Married or not, your man lied, okay? Birds of a feather flock together. Child, Kimmy making excuses for Maurice. He lied effortlessly for no reason. That's even scarier than what Martell does. Because if you sit there and you can just spew out a lie real quick with a straight face, that's some dangerous stuff, honey. That's all I'm saying. So Kimmy said, yeah, we did buy our house in 2014. I'm not implying that we weren't together. But I asked him directly and he said no, and I believe him. Okay, because he couldn't be lying, girl. He just couldn't, even though he lied about ever meeting the mistress. Okay, Kimmy. So then Mel in her confessional, she said, no, Maurice is not Martell. But I believed my husband too, and look where that got me. My motto for 2022 is trust your intuition. AKA, he a bald head lie, okay? And he ain't fooling me and he ain't fooling nobody else but Kimmy. So Kimmy said, cheating for me is a deal breaker. Mel said, okay, so what you gonna do if you find out he cheating? She said, well, that's the pickle that I'm in. Because, we weren't married. And I feel like there's a level of commitment of dating that you should respect. Ma'am, what level is that? Because y'all bought a house together a year before that picture was taken and that trip was taken. Just say I'm staying. Honey, just say I'm staying and you're gonna love me. Just say you're staying. Girl, please. She said, I would venture to say, in my heart after August 25th, 2018, that I would leave. Okay, Kimmy, I don't believe you. You're trying to rationalize the level of cheating. Cheating is cheating. So you telling me that I had no right to be pissed for every boyfriend that's cheated on me because we were not married? Kimmy, I don't know now, honey. Maybe the rumors were true about you, honey, because you're rationalizing the hell out of this BS. Your man at the time was doing something he had no business doing. Point blank and the period. Girl, goodbye. So Kimmy said, well, I talked to Tisha and she said that she didn't read any of the comments or anything like that. So Mel rolling her eyes, right? Because she knows it's a lie. And Kimmy said, well, why you doing that? What's going on? Mel said, girl, please. She was commenting and she read the comments because she was commenting about the comments. I agree. I have seen Tisha literally respond to almost every comment on Marcel's page. I've seen it with my own eyes. Now, maybe to protect her peace, she didn't read some of the comments, but she did read them. Okay, that's a whole lie. Moving forward. She's like, well, I just like people to be 100. Kimmy said, I thought y'all were getting on track. Mel said, yeah, but at the reunion, she said I tried to destroy her marriage. Mel, why can't Tisha ever speak her speech? Why she can't say what she want to say, how she wants to say it? If you gonna be mad at everybody, not just her. It is the reunion. She was asked a question and she responded. So then Mel was like, yeah, and afterwards, I didn't know me and Destiny had hotel rooms right next to each other. And I heard Tisha say loud and clear, yeah, because Mel is a Scorpio. Okay, and I'm a Virgo. What else is going on? Baby, what? Girl, you mad about her saying you're a Scorpio? You are one. That could have been in defense of you. She could have been saying, she was going to stand up for herself because those Scorpios work on their get back. It could have been anything. Not you mad because you heard her say you were a Scorpio. Okay. Mel said, so I went to the door and I told them that they need to lower their voices because I can hear them down the highway. So then we got back to Huntsville and Destiny and me, we had breakfast and Destiny admitted to talking crap about me and she apologized. Oh, okay. So somebody got a little lying problem because Destiny definitely just told us a different story in the studio. So I don't know who's lying and who's telling the truth. Kimmy was like, really? Mel said, yeah. She said, oh, okay. But why? Mel in her confessional said, I told Destiny, look, you know me. So for you to sit with Tisha and talk negatively and vent to her about me, knowing our history, it's a no for me. I am so confused about this. I really am, because one of these two is lying. Somebody. Mel basically said Martell used up all the second chances, so she has none to give. One strike and you out. So then Mel tells Kimmy that she's having a pajama party and she's invited. And she was like, listen, Destiny and Tisha are not invited, so don't go run tell that because they're not coming up and through my house. So don't even worry about that. Kimmy was like, you're really not inviting them? Oh, Lord, Kimmy about to be in the middle again. Oh, child, this is a mess. This is going to cause chaos and confusion. Mel, you're producing a show right now. You are producing a show right now. She's like, so who's coming? Mel said, my friends. Kimmy said, and who's that? Child, we all want to know. She said, who do I know? Because the people that I know, they're not coming. She said, well, Tiffany's going to be there. Now, Mel, you know good and well. You know good and doggone well that Kimmy don't care nothing about no Tiffany. Kimmy said, oh, okay. That's cool. This season. Oh, child, it's starting off with some foolishness. Moving forward. In the next scene, Michael, Maurice, Marcel, Kimmy, everybody, all the M's are getting together, and their brother planned something. He planned a dinner because of the picture gate. He wants to smooth things over. So Marcel goes, Maurice didn't really care about that picture. It's Micah and Kim that are butthurt. Child, these brothers real vocal these days. Do y'all hear me? So then Kimmy and Maurice, they arrive. Tisha, side note, girl, I am loving that natural hair. Do you hear me? I am loving that. So they're at the table, right, getting ready to eat. And it's awkward AF. So then Kimmy went straight in, honey, eating it all. She's like, so what were you thinking when you made that post, Marcel? He was like, yeah, what he was thinking is, I'm going to make sure the world dislikes Maurice just as much as they dislike me. That's what he was thinking. He said, I didn't think you were going to be involved in it. Marcel, how did you not think she was going to be involved in it when the whole point was to show that he lied and he is married to her? What are you talking about? So they're like, are you serious? Marcel knew what he was doing, child. He knew that picture was going to go viral. That's exactly why he did it. So Kimmy said, I don't believe you. Marcel started lying like he liked to do. Kimmy said, so you didn't think that people were going to think that he was cheating too? She said, you don't realize that there were more negative comments about you than it was about Maurice. So Kimmy is like, it affects all of us, not just you. Maurice chimes in and he's like, Tisha's in the crosshairs every time. Tisha, are you hurt? Are you hurt by these things? Okay, y'all know what's pissing me off. These two are really making it seem like they care about Tisha being hurt. It's been rumors. Rumors since season 1. Now granted, season 1 just wasn't really, everybody wasn't really watching it like that then, but I was. And it's been rumors since season 1. Where was this outrage and concern for Tisha then? Now that y'all in it, y'all think about Tisha. Y'all miss me with that. So Tisha said, I wasn't hurt by it at all. I wasn't. Okay, Tisha, the first step is admitting you need help. Honey, we know that affected you. It's just human nature to be affected by something like that. She said, I just realized that people are mean and they're just spreading lies. And it comes with the platform. So then in their confessional, Marceau is like, it's like the lunch table. Like, I can hold my own. I've been doing this since the 3rd grade. Okay, but what about your wife, idiot? It's not just about you. So Tisha was like, well, I haven't been bullied since middle school. He gonna say, Tisha, it's not bullying. How you gonna tell her what she is experiencing? It is absolutely bullying when it comes to her. They are keyboard bullies. Hence the term cyberbullying. Like, the woman can't even get on Twitter. It's sad. Honey, it don't make no sense. She can't even get on Twitter, honey, because they fix their thumbs to get ready to act a fool each and every time these episodes air. They are bullying her. And I don't care what nobody say. I said what I said and I ain't changing it. So Maurice said, why can't you read the comments if you're not affected by it? This is what he's saying to Tisha. She said, it just depends on my mood. If I'm in a good mood, then I'm going to read them. If I'm not, then I ain't. He said, okay, well, then that's a level of care. She said, the best thing for me is just to trust my husband and not to listen to people. Okay, Tisha, I hear you, but honey, don't be no fool. Don't be no fool walking around in the dark, because that's going to hurt you even worse. I know you want to, it's like out of sight, out of mind. If you don't think about it, then it's not so, but you need to be careful. So Maurice is saying that he needs to think about what he's doing, because Marcel always trying to be funny, but it ain't funny. He said, I thought you were going to get in trouble. And that for me is funny when you get in trouble with your wife. He was like, oh, no, but not for me, just for you. So they all looking at Marcel like he crazy. Then Maurice said, oh, okay. Well, you had 2 outside babies last year. What if I posted about outside kids on my Instagram? Would that be funny? Damn. Ooh, he got him with that one. But that was kind of low, Maurice. Ooh, that was kind of low. Maurice said, I'm more respectful with what I post because there's a lot I do know that I don't say about this situation. Uh-oh. Maurice said, you destroy mine, I'm going to destroy yours. You know what? But out of all of this, okay, these brothers and this tit for tat and this bullshit, okay, it upsets me because the wives are hurt the most by them playing get back. Y'all find something else to do. Please do not put me in this mess. Because if I was one of these wives, honey, all hell will be breaking loose. Don't do that. Like, this don't make no sense. Don't do that no more. Maurice, you better stop, or your stuff gonna come to light, honey. You keep playing with fire. Every season, you getting closer and closer to being exposed. And that was the end of the episode. Baby. It's not so much that the episode was stupendous. I love the word stupendous. But baby, this season is gonna be good. Child, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about episode 1 of season 4. Y'all come back each and every Saturday because we are going to get together and discuss. Tuesday, let's have a Love and Marriage Huntsville live. We've never had one of those before. So we're going to gather together and we're going to talk all things Love and Marriage Huntsville. On Monday, we're going to get together and talk about all things Ready to Love. Honey, we're going to dedicate Monday and Tuesday to the OWN network. Don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.